In today's video, I'm taking a look at what appears to me as a promising MMO that is following the skill leveling concept that makes RuneScape so unique and popular. Some of you may have heard of it already, but most of you, I'd assume, have not. I'm talking about TitanReach, currently only available as a demo as part of their Kickstarter campaign. Now, before you all start downvoting and posting comments about me being a sellout and whatnot, I want to point out that this video is purely made out of my own interest and has not been funded whatsoever, so bear with me and give it a chance if you will. But do make sure to click the subscribe button with your right elbow and leave a like if you enjoy the content. In this video, I'll be playing through the tutorial questline that is laid out in the demo that they've made available during the Kickstarter that is currently actively running. I'll leave all of the necessary information in the description of this video so that you can check out the Kickstarter, join their Discord and test the demo yourself if you'd be interested to do so. The main reason why this game caught my attention is because it's very similar to RuneScape in its basic concept, as they have different skills that you can level up all the way to level 100 with different training methods and milestones to unlock along the way. I've not really seen many games take on this approach, and it's the main reason why I personally haven't really tried out many other MMOs, as I feel like I'm kinda stuck on the ways of RuneScape, so this is the first time I've took a genuine interest in a different MMO. Now I'm simply gonna jump into the demo, show you guys the tutorial playthrough to give you an idea of the game, and like I said, do check out everything linked in the description if you'd like to find out more. Alright, so here we are on the starter screen of TitanReach. I'm gonna start a new account called Generate Task because I am going to generate some tasks after we complete the tutorial quest. I have played the game before on a different account, but I'm gonna start new so you guys can follow exactly what we have to do at the start of the game. We're gonna enter the Dutch world right here. So at the start you come across the character creation screen. In TitanReach there are no classes or specializations, you have the freedom to play however you would like, your skill proficiency defines your character, all skills can reach a max level of 100. So it's basically very similar to RuneScape. Obviously in RuneScape you can go to level 99, at least in old school. But here the cap is 100. Let's just randomize. Let's see if we can find a cool character. Also, just remember that everything is still up for change. This is only a very bare bones demo of the game during the Kickstarter, just to give the people a bit of a feel to the game. Characters will have eyes. That is something that they have confirmed, so keep that in mind. You know what? This guy looks fine. Let's create the character. Let's get going. Here we are at the start of TitanReach. Movement in the game is pretty basic. WASD, as you would expect, you can move around with the camera, you can zoom out a bit to enjoy the scenery. Let's just follow the quest for now, which is gonna get us through all of the skills that are in the demo so far. There's still a few skills missing in the demo, but we'll take a look at those in a second. Let's speak to the stranger by pressing E. Oh, you're finally back. Well, hello there. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, I have a good friend down the road, Drill Pit Taylor. He will help you get back on your feet. We'll talk to him. And just like that we progress the quest. So let's go find Drill Pit Taylor. Also, this basic tutorial quest is something that is prone to change. I believe they mentioned that they will be removing it entirely by the time the game gets to the pre-alpha launch. So everything is still going to change as well. Let's speak to Drill Pit Taylor. He wants us to go and talk to Billy Bass because he needs some food. So we're gonna head over to Billy Bass on the docks. We're gonna learn how to fish, and we're gonna bring Drill Pit Taylor a little bit of food. One of the things I like the most so far about the demo is probably the graphics and the way everything looks. I really like the art style of all the buildings. It looks very, very clean in my opinion. So Billy Bass is right here. He is the fishing instructor, and apparently Fruit is standing here as well, and he's not looking too good. Where's his body? I don't know. Well, let's talk to Billy Bass right here. The fish are really biting today. The Drill Pit Taylor has asked for more fish. More fish? How much can that guy eat? Tools ain't free, my friend. Purchase some worms and a fishing rod and let me know when you are ready. So we gotta purchase some stuff from this guy. We can buy the fishing rod. And then we can also buy 10 worms, which is what we need for this. Close all of that. Speak with Billy Bass again. And let's say that we are ready to fish. Show me that you can catch 8 raw carp. Alright. So we do need to equip our fishing rod in order to start fishing, which you can do by going to the inventory by pressing tab, or I believe also brings up the inventory. And then you can simply click the fishing rod. You can also bind a few things to your action bar here. There's 6 action slots right there, so you can quickly equip things that you might need necessary. And pressing E starts the fishing, just like that. And you'll see that we start getting these raw carps, and we start gaining fishing XP as well. One thing that I do kind of miss so far is that you can't see any XP drops. You do see the sort of resource drops whenever you get something like a fish. It shows up on the right hand, and you see that you gain experience as well, but it doesn't show how much XP you get, which is something that I would like to see. But like I said, it's still only a very bare bones demo. There's not a whole lot to it just yet, and a lot of improvements will be made further on into the development process. There we go, we've got 8 raw carp, which is what we needed for our quest. We also gained level 2 fishing, which has a nice little sound effect as well whenever you level up. And now we need to cook a fish, so we can just run over to the fire, press E, select carp, and let's cook one of those bad boys. There we go, 1 cooked carp, that's what we needed. Press escape to close all of that and speak to Billy Bass again. I've caught and cooked my fish. That's all I can teach you. Head back to Drill Pit Taylor. I will do that right now. Deliver carp to Drill Pit Taylor. Let's head back to our homeboy at the mines. Here we are again at Taylor. I've got his fish with me, but he says that we need a copper pickaxe to start mining. Actually, he gave us a copper pickaxe. Never mind. Let's equip that one, and then we can head over to the mining rocks right here. Now, mining is a bit more similar to RuneScape 3 compared to old school, I assume, because you can basically get multiple ore from the same rock, as you will be able to see right here. There's 1 copper ore, and we continue mining even though we have 1. We need to get 4 in total for this quest, so let's do that, and then we can head over to the furnace. We got our 4 copper ore. We can run just up the hill right here into the furnace. Now, the difference between smithing on old school and on RuneScape 3 compared to TitanReach is that it's divided in 2 different skills. You can see right here, these are the skills available right now. All of these 4 that are marked as red are not available during the demo, but everything else can be trained. And smithing is divided into metallurgy and forging. Metallurgy is essentially the smelting process, making ingots and also creating jewelry in the furnace. And then forging is the actual use of the bars onto the furnace, crafting armor and whatnot. So let's use the copper ingots that we have. Let's make these copper bars. And there we go. That is 2 copper ingots, actually, not copper bars. And now we can also use the anvil right here to turn those into an axe. There we go. And now we need to deliver the copper axe to Drill Pit Taylor, and that'll be that part of the tutorial done as well. Here I am again, and there we go. Also keep the copper axe. Oh, nice. So we can keep it straight away, so we can use that for our woodcutting in a second, once we find the Jack lumber in his workshop, which I already know is on the other side of the river right there. Another cool thing is that you can actually swim. So there you go, there you have it. If you needed one more reason to start playing this game, you can actually swim. How amazing is that? And let's talk to Jack Lumber over here. Hello. Want me to teach you how to woodcut and make a fire? Yes sir, that sounds great. You will need this flint. There's a pine tree behind you. Cut some logs and use the flint on it. I'll do that. So basically, flint is essentially the same thing as a tinderbox on RuneScape. You can use that on logs to create fires, and you can use those fires to start cooking food and whatnot. Let's start cutting this pine tree. Let's get some logs. And that's the 5th log right there. We can stop cutting, and now we can make a campfire by using the flint on one of the logs. And there you have it. Let's speak to Jack Lumber again. That is that part done. Great job. Campfires can be used to cook food, etc. Now let's see how we go with making a ranged weapon. Use the weapon bench over there to make an unstrung pine short bow. Then pick some flax, spin it, and attach a bowstring to the unstrung bow. Gotcha. So there's a workbench right here, which we can use to create arrow shafts and bows. We need to create a pine short bow unstrung, so let's make 1 of those. There we go. Now, as far as the skills go, this is all part of the survival skill, which covers both the fire making and the fletching, essentially. A lot of things go into the survival skill, I've noticed. Also, gathering flex counts towards survival. That gives you survival XP right there. So I think that will be one of the skills that is probably leveled the fastest, because it's involved in so many different things. There we go, we spun the flex into a bowstring, and now we can also use that bowstring onto the bow. And there you have it, we have made a pine short bow. Let's speak to Jack again. You did it! Now make 30 arrowheads and come back. Okay, so now we need to make 30 copper arrows. Back to the mine we go, because I don't think 1 copper ingot is going to cover all of that. Alright, there we go, that covers the 30 arrowheads made. Now we just need to gather 30 feathers as well and 30 arrow shafts, so we can make all of those together. Okay, I just realized that I may have fucked up the order, because the copper arrowheads is not ticked off in the quest. So I feel like I need to do it in order. Get the arrow shafts, get the feathers, and then get the copper arrowheads. So let's get the arrow shafts first. Let's chop these logs up into arrow shafts, which I think is gonna update the quest. Yes, there we go. Now let's go kill some chickens and get 30 feathers as well. That also got us to level 2 survival already. Not too bad. Now as far as combat goes, there's these 3 combat stances. You can do attack, strength, and defense, which trains the equivalent stats. So you have dexterity, strength, and defense. Essentially, dexterity is for the level requirement of equipping weapons. Defense is the level requirements for equipping armor and also taking less damage. And strength increases your max hit. So I think for now I'm just gonna focus on strength for a bit. I'll just use the pickaxe that I have. I don't think I should struggle too much with killing some level 1 chickens, but let's see. Alright, there we go. We got that 1 chicken. We did lose 30 HP as well. You can loot by pressing F. You can see the items nearby interface right there. If I press F, that picks up the feathers. So far we have 13. So hopefully we can get these 30 before dying to a level 1 chicken. That would be great. Alright, we did it. We got the 31 feathers even. Let's continue, and I think, like I said, I need to make 30 more copper arrowheads now, because it hasn't registered in the quest, so let's go mine a few more copper, let's make some more copper ingots, and let's make those copper arrowheads. Alright, there we go. Now we did complete the quest section, and now we can use the arrow shafts onto the feathers, just like that. And then put the headless arrows together with the arrowheads. 1, 2, 3, and boom, 30 copper arrows made, got us up to level 4 survival as well. Now let's go back to Jack Lumber, let's see what he tells us to do next. We're back at Jack. What do you have for us today? You can now equip that with your bow and kill things. I think I have taught you everything I can. Go find the Artisan instructor for more details. So the next stop is going to be the Artisan instructor. So essentially what survival is for ranged weapons, Artisan is for ranged armor. It's essentially a sort of crafting skill where we can turn hides into different pieces of leather armor and whatnot. We need to create a copper sword, purchase a needle and thread from the general store, collect 10 cowhide, tan the cowhide into leather rolls at the tanning rack. Okay, that's a lot of things to do. Let's get started. First, let's make a copper sword. One nice thing as well is that if you're mining or fishing and you simply don't want to keep any of the resources that you're collecting, you can just keep going, and as soon as you reach a full inventory, the extra resources just get dropped to the floor. So you can essentially power train by just continuing whatever you're doing. You don't actually have to drop items or whatnot. You can just keep going and the items will automatically drop to the floor. Let's create a pair of copper gloves, why not? Oh wow, we still need a lot more, it seems, to get to the level 4 forging to make the copper sword that we need. So I'm gonna need to create some more of these copper ingots by the looks of things. There we go, we do have level 4, but now we need 2 more ingots. 2 more ingots obtained, let's make the copper sword. And there we go, nice, we can progress, we can equip the sword. Look at that, ready to shank some cows, hopefully. Let's buy a needle and some thread as well. Let's buy 5, why not? I'm not sure if I need that many, but whatever. I should probably also cook the extra raw carp that I have, so that I have some food to fight these cows, because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to deal with them just yet. Let me also quickly sell all of the things that I don't need. Let's sell the extra axes, let's sell the extra arrowheads, and the extra gloves. Get some room in the inventory. Alright, we burned some of the carps, but that's all good. Let's drop those, and let's put the carp on our action bar. You can simply do that by hovering an item in your inventory and then pressing one of the keys on the action bar. So let's say we want to put this on 4, we press 4, and we can easily eat up by pressing 4 now. Let's go and collect 10 cowhides. Let's see how much of a challenge that'll be. The cows are right over there behind this little windmill, which, by the way, looks amazing. Let's kill some cows. Oh god, they're teaming up on me. Oh no. These cows are strong, man. Holy moly. Let's grab the cowhide. Oh, looks like there's some cowhide around here. Let me loot that. If this guy is not picking up the cowhide, we can yoink it from him, I think. There's some more right there. Give me that. Some more right here. We may as well. We're not an Iron Man, so all of that is possible. And there we go, just like that, we have 10 with only killing 2 of them. Let's go and tan these into the leather rolls at the tanning rack next to the Artisan instructor right here. Tan the leather, Now I feel like this should give Artisan XP, because, you know, we're at the Artisan, but it also gives Survival XP, tanning the leather. And then crafting it into armor is the actual Artisan XP that you can get. Alright, and just like that, all of them are tanned. We are now level 6 Survival already. Let's speak to the Artisan Master again. Very well done. Now let's turn that tanned leather into some leather armor. Let's do that. Use the needle and craft leather gloves. So all you have to do is use the needle, select leather gloves, create those. And there we go. Speak to Artisan again. I have taught you everything, blah blah, go speak to the alchemist. So this is where they got tired of making dialogue for a demo. Now let's go and find the alchemist, which I already know where they are hiding. So let's head over there. Just gotta cross the bridge here, go past the several town guards. And right behind this little area right here, there will be a little dungeon. So right here is where the alchemist is hiding. By the way, they do also have a map if you press M, which shows where most of the key points of interest are during the demo. You don't really see where you are currently at, I think, but you can sort of get an idea where everything is and you can easily find it because obviously the map is not that big. So let's head down this little hole here to find the alchemist. This is probably one of my favorite places on the demo so far. I really like this little dungeon over here. And that is where Gwen is hiding, the alchemy instructor. You find me, I've been hiding away for a while. Did you want to learn to make some potions? Yes. Herblore has always been my favorite skill on RuneScape, at least at the start, when unidentified herbs were a thing. So let's see what alchemy is all about in TitanReach as well. Outside near the water you will find some red mushrooms. Go pick a couple of those. You can buy a vial from the general store and fill it up at the well. Combine those together and come back. That sounds easy enough, doesn't it? So right here are the red mushrooms. Let's forage some of those, which is once again survival XP when you do that. And now let's go back to the general store. Let's pick up a vial. One vial right here. Let's grab that. Let's fill it at the fountain over here, or well, at the well rather. Boom, just like that. And we now have a vial of water and a red mushroom. And it's fairly simple. All you have to do is use the red mushroom on the vial. And you have an unfinished minor health potion. And now you'll use that one at the cauldron next to the alchemy tutor. And that creates the potion and gives you the alchemy XP as well. So here we are again at Gwen. Let's use the cauldron over here to brew potions. We can make the minor health potion. As you can see, I think this is probably the skill in the demo that has been implemented the furthest, up to level 60, where you can make super strength potions as well. Right now we can only make these though, so let's create that one. And that's going to be a minor health potion made. You did it! Those potions heal over time. I hope you have enjoyed your time in TitanReach. This tutorial questline was garbage and will be binned after the Kickstarter, like I said. Good riddance! There we go. You have completed the quest, The Forgotten. So basically this is where you are free to explore the game in whichever way you want, and that is the end of the questline that they've implemented. It gives you a basic idea of all of the skills that they have available right now. But like I said, I have made a little spreadsheet. I only basically took the generate task spreadsheet and made like maybe 10 tasks to get started with. So I might try that out if you guys want, but for now I'm gonna call it here, because this sort of gives you an idea of what the game is, what the game has to offer so far, and what the Kickstarter really entails. So if you guys want to try it out as well, all the links will be found in the description of this video. I'll leave some information in a pinned comment as well. And also please let me know if you want to see another video where I use a spreadsheet to generate the few tasks that I had in mind. It's not very in-depth, because obviously there's not a whole lot to explore just yet. You can level up a few skills, you can unlock a few things, but there's nothing too crazy to go for yet. So for now, this is all I have. Like I said, if you enjoyed, leave a like, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, take care.